Hello everybody, this is Wedge 2099, Red Alert page admin, and today I'm bringing you a review of a figure I just picked up from Engineer Hoist. Really great guy, got to hang out with him a couple times now. Originally I picked this up back at the end of December. He had a QC problem with the one of the knee bits, so I had to send him back to bigbadtoystore.com, wait for him to come back, and now he's here in hand, and I'm loving every minute of it. That is Planet X Summanus. Right there. This guy is big, he's bulky, and I love it. He has very nice, clear, and most of them, if not all of them, articulated spines, plates. They kind of swivel back and forth a little bit. I like how they kind of sit static so they don't have to move if they don't need to be. Great alt mode. Stegosaurus, I believe it is. This was, what, Snarl? I don't rightfully remember. I'll just call him by his regular name, is not Querinus, Summanus. And it looks awesome. He has great detail in his legs, feet, his tail. Everything is just really nicely detailed. Lots of color to him. Articulation. His legs move back and forth. He's got a slight knee bend there. And just toes are kind of static going into robot mode. The front paws can move back and forth. Got a little knee bend there and a toe swivel, which helps in transformation to his bot mode. Sorry. Head looks very nice. Very nicely done. Mouth can open. Nice pointy teeth. He has a spot right there on the nose for a faction symbol, which with the Ripper labels will come separated, but if you don't and you just use regular labels, you have to split it in half since the head splits to become part of the outer legs in robot mode. Let's pull him back here for a second. I'm going to put him there. So a couple size comparisons. Only one I have is AOE movie version. Focus on there. So that's a deluxe versus him. So he's Voyager sized, which is a good comparison. He's not masterpiece size, which I don't need. It's not that big of a deal. I think both of them look great together. One a lot smaller, and in transformation, and putting this guy in alt mode for this review, there's a lot of similarities between his transformation and his transformation. Whereas the legs peg up here underneath the chest. Yeah, that's fine. Where the legs peg up here underneath the chest, they also do the same thing on him. How the back arms kind of just fold out and up to become the shoulders. His swivel out and up to become the shoulders. The tail, of course, splits. There's not a lot to be done. Main difference between the transformations is the head on the AOE version gets tucked inside of the leg versus him, Summanus. His head goes on the outside of the leg to become and is visible. So very nicely done. There he is with that comparison. I also have him with Deluxe Prime from the Fall of Cybertron line, which is where this design comes from. Very nice, very nicely scaled together. Yeah, I try to keep these guys together on the shelf as best as possible. Honestly, running out of room. That's a great thing for a collector to say, is that he's running out of room on his display cases because of all the figures I'm bringing home now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, that's that for the comparisons. And a little scatterbrained. I'm kind of short on time, so I'm keeping track of that and assorted other things. Let's go ahead. Focus that. All right. And now, put it front and center. Oh, no, he's not there. He does have weapon storage on the hips. It's kind of lame. He's not going to be in Dyno mode too much with me, so I'm not even going to bother showing it. You can put his guns here on the sides. Those are 5mm ports. If you're going to put him on him in alt mode, put the guns there, because the swords just don't make much sense. All right, so here we go into transformation. All right, we're going to start by, sorry, such a long figure makes it difficult in a small area. Separating the head and the front part of the body. So you have to be careful dealing with this. That way you don't put too much stress or any stress on these. They are the clear plastic, translucent plastic, which could cause problems if you break it. All right, now we've got all that nicely separated. Come down here, fold the chest out of the way. You can actually unpeg that first, I'm sorry. It pegs into these holes down here. I forgot to do that part. Oh well. Come up here, pull the leg down, that little post there, pegs in up here underneath the chest. Do that on each side. There we go. Now you have, just separate them out. As you bring the chest up, bring the legs down. This joint here is the knee. Down in here, right there, is the transformation joint. So you have to remember to move this one if you want to move the legs in robot mode for the knees. Bring that down. What I do is move the camera up so it's a little more visible. At the thigh swivel, bring that around. Now you like to move the arms up. Very nice, loud clicking ratchets. Swing this one around too, so that you have both those turned. And now take the waist and bring it around to the front. Take these, swivel them around to the front, and collapse those together. There we go. See, on the previous version of this piece was wrong. I had an additional one of these on this side. So this piece was flipped over here and it wouldn't peg in knee mode, which really sucked. All right, continuing on with the legs. keep knocking things around. Take the head section, move it up, peg it into the outside. There's a double hinge here. Make that loose. Swing the leg down. Swivel, swivel. Bring it inside the leg. Then take this peg, put it right inside that hole there. Swivel the foot around. Put the head back on. And that is one leg completely done. Rinse and repeat for the other side. Bring that out. Tail's going to be on next. Swivel, swivel. Bring that in. Put that in there. Pick that in. Peg, peg. Twist, twist. Flip, flip. And readjust all that. So now you have two fully functional and working legs. And a really long backpack. Alright. Now, this is where you have to use like kid gloves to make sure you get this proper. You have to separate the tail at a few different points. There we go. There's one. There's pegs here and here that peg into the middle section here that hold the tail all together. And I mean, it's a very good solid system for pegging, but being good and solid, oh, look at that, this piece is supposed to be in there. It's not broken, it just popped out. There we go. If I want to later on, I'll just maybe put some glue in there. Take the tail, fold it in on itself. It'll peg into these whole posts here. Fold it back, fold in, and fold. Now, take this middle section, put it up on top of the main spikes, lift those up, bring the chest back down, bring the backpack out. What you're going to do here is flip this little middle section to the back, bring the head all the way up, there's a lot of flipping and folding and turning and all that good stuff here. Bring that right there. Sorry if you hear some commotion. There's a work crew at the house behind where I live, and they're apparently starting to demolish something. A shed out in the old backyard. What you're gonna do is take this, fold it in on the hinge there, bring it in like that. It's that post. You're gonna bring this all the way down, and there's a hole right here that you're gonna peg that into. Bring it, bring it, bring it, and peg it. Just like that. Everything back here kind of just sits together. peg isn't, pressure or anything like that. It's just kind of a suggestion post to where it goes. It doesn't actually, click or do any of that. And at that point, you have the head exposed. So now, take the chest, accordion this all back inside, lift the head up, because the head is attached to the chest, push that all in, seal that down, and there's his head. Bring the shoulders all the way up. There we go. Actually, it looks a little too beefy like that. Bring it down one peg. Yeah, these are splitting on me when I do that, so I gotta check those holes and see if they're screws or if they're tightened. We're gonna take that, flip it out. Same on the other side. Flip that out. That's the backpack. When you touch one thing, when you press down in the middle, kind of pushes the wings out some. So let's get twist the forearms, bring the toes in, and push in on the toe there to bring out the fist. Like that. Yeah. I like that plastic on plastic sound. Again, press in and turn it, and there are his hands. Wow, this is hard with a lot of stuff right in your face. Bring it up, center him, twist his legs out, give him a bit of an A stance. Arms forward, feet flat. He can be a little difficult to get to stand, especially if you don't have everything exactly right. Go. Straighten up the camera some. All right. Oh, that doesn't look quite right. There we are. Alrighty. I had to go and rescue the swords from R.I.D. Grimlock, who still had them from the pictures that I took a few days ago after getting him back home. It comes with 2 swords. Just like this. Nice translucent plastic. Choosm. Like that. And 2 mammoth Mama Jama shotguns. Focus in on these 2 again. Very well detailed. The only thing is, they're both the same. There's no, reversing of one to the other, which would have been nice, but it's not a deal breaker or anything like that. Now his fingers can go in and out. You don't need that because there's like a 3/4 hole in his fist that allows you just to slide the weapons in. Without actually using the fingers. So the fingers are kind of superfluous. There we go. Now once he has a little bit of frontwards weight on him, he doesn't really seem too back heavy. But now that I say that, he's not going to let me pose him just fine. Go. That's what the one major drawback to this figure is. His feet are nice and wide, but the ankle pivot is at the absolute back of the foot. There should have been something right here. Should have been able to take this piece, flip it backwards. Just a hinge right here. Flipping that backwards would have been perfect for his feet. That way he doesn't constantly have to be messed with to stand up. So yeah, everything looks nice. You can take the swords off out of his hands, peg them onto his hips. That way he's in bot mode holding everything. And doing it like this, having weapons in his hands, actually helps to steady him. Because he likes to tilt backwards because of his lack of heels, the front weight of the weapons, the guns, and the swords helps immensely. Keep all that in order. Let's take a look here. Let's take guns out of his hands. And the swords out. For articulation. In bot mode. Yes, he has nice, very nice arms. They're not limited to anything but the backpack going back and forth. They do go out quite well. Let's see if I can. There we go. They do go out quite well. It's got a bicep swivel underneath of the elbow, which is usually above the elbow, but that's all meat and potato up here, so there's no way for it to spin. So you have to turn it there. That's also the transformation joint. Got 90 degrees elbow. He has a great wrist. Hey, look at that waist swivel. He's got great waist swivel. It goes all the way around. Because, hey, transformation. Legs can go that far forward. Basically all the way back. You go straight out. Very nice. Very soft ratchet. Going this way. And another one going out. He's got the upper thigh swivel. See, whenever you start bending the knee, you have to keep pressure right here in order to make the knee go, or else you're going to start hitting that transformation joint. About a little over 90 degrees on the knee bend. His feet. See, all right, that's it right there, as you can see it. It's a really tenuous point right there to have all the way to the figure sit just like that. These knee points can go up and down wherever you like. There we go. And let me arm him up a little bit to help keep him balanced. But of course, as soon as you start doing this in front of the camera, he doesn't want to really stand there. Doesn't help that his feet is pointing out to the side. Those legs going. There we go. The guns actually help to make him a bit of a tripod as well. Alright, 1 second, be right back. And here's our size comparisons. First with the AoE version of him. It's no contest. It just really just outshines him in size, which is great. But it is like a Voyager class versus a Deluxe class, which he is. That works out perfectly scaled wise. Let's get him out of there. I didn't care about his weapons. I just wanted to get him in there. And here is follow Cybertron Optimus Prime. You know, naturally having to look up to the Dinobot. But yes, I need you to destroy the Decepticons. I'd say roll out, but you don't have wheels, so get to walking. So yeah. Yeah, kind of silly. But yeah, it's a nice comparison. About the right size between Deluxe and that. One more, I do have a Voyager here to scale him against. That would be my newest pickup from Megatron of Art. Voyager AoE Prime. Like, hey, what's going on? Giving him a look. See, he comes up just a little shorter than AoE Prime at the bottom of the head. A lot more bulk. Pretty cool though. So sorry. Hate pauses. So yep, let's take a final look at him. Let's get up here on his head. I really like the head sculpt. The look of him is what made me get him over Quernus. I just really dig this guy. And I liked him more than the Triceratops. And Quernus, the Triceratops slag is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But I dig him just a little bit more. As I have said on the page, I'm pretty sure I am going to go ahead and go in on Vulcan when he comes. Well, he is out. I gotta save up some money here for a couple months for that to happen. Yeah. Speaking of Vulcan, I forgot one more comparison. Knock everything around. Here he is with his boss bot. Come on, let's focus. There we go. His boss bot from Fall of Cybertron, Grimlock, who Vulcan is based on. And this scale is pretty good as well. I mean, Grimlock is supposed to be taller than him. When you get to Dino mode, that's where it kind of gets a little bad because Summanus is so much bulkier than Grimlock. But in bot mode, where they're going to stay most of the time, it is acceptable. But, you know, with Vulcan hopefully coming sooner or later, I'll be able to update that and show how much better it is. So, in this time crunched review, this is Red Alert, Wedge 2099, signing off, saying, hope to see you around sometime. Have a good one.